You're fat. When you look down, you can't even see your shoes. Your job sucks. You spend the whole day counting the seconds on the clock until the day ends just so you can get the hell out of there. And you don't even really know why. You're just gonna go home, drink beer, watch TV, because your love life sucks too. What the hell happened to you? You know, whatever happened doesn't really matter. Let's just fix it. There's one simple thing that you absolutely must change, and then everything else will start to fall in place. But before I tell you what it is and how to change it, let me tell you a story. I got married at 20 years old and started a family just shortly after that. I worked day shift in a welding shop and night shift in a sawmill, and I trapped furs and I hunted, all just to support a family. I saw other people living what I thought were extraordinary lives while I was literally working night and day just to survive. But even then I thought to myself, if those people can do it, why can't I? I needed to find out what they knew and I didn't. But keep in mind now, I'm 64 years old, so this was back before there was an internet. So if I was going to learn something, I either had to go to college or go to the library. And being 20 years old, broke, and having a family, going to college was out of the question. So I went to the library.
So I read books, I watched VHS videotapes, which you might not have ever heard of before, listened to cassette tapes and CDs, and I learned. And finally, after a whole bunch of mental exercise, I had a quantum shift in how I viewed myself and how I viewed the world. Life started getting way better. And I fast forward about 15 years and I had built my first company that did multi-millions of dollars per year in revenue. And I went on to build 3 more of them, and each time I did it, I was broke when I started. And when I went broke after the economic crash of 2008, I was fat, drunk, and really lost all my mojo. There's more to the story. I'll put a link in my description below to my Amazon store where you can buy the book if you want to see it. I wrote a book about the whole story. It's a pretty interesting read. Might be motivational. Anyway, the point of the story is I had gotten to a place where a lot of us do, where my life was really starting to suck. And now here's the one simple thing I had to do to change all that.
I had to change my mind. I could have just looked at all the crappy circumstances in my life at that point and just accepted them. I could have just said, well, this is who I am. I'm a fat, broke, middle-aged guy with no prospects, no hope. But I pulled my head out of my butt where it was pretty firmly planted and decided once again to make a quantum leap in what I believed about myself and what I believed about the world. And surprise, surprise, life got better. So if you want to make a lifelong change so that you don't have to keep making New Year's resolutions that you fail to achieve, you got to start with changing your mind and again, changing your beliefs. I said that changing your mind was simple, and it is. But simple doesn't mean that it's easy. It's a lot like changing your body. It's pretty simple steps. A good diet and exercising your muscles. Changing your mind is kind of the same way. You've got to exercise your brain. A good diet won't hurt either. For now, let's take a look at what you can do to exercise your brain. It's taken your whole life for your body to get in the condition that it's in. Same thing's true about your brain. Both your body and your brain are a function of all of the input that you put into both of them for all these years. It's all been training. So there's a lot of training, depending on how old you are, there's a lot of training that you have to overcome. But it's like learning to play a guitar. If you practice every day, even if you started out knowing you weren't a guitar player, after a year of practicing, you're gonna get good at playing a guitar, and you're gonna start to believe that you are a guitar player. Someone asks you if you're a guitar player, you're gonna say yeah. My focus here is on fitness because I believe that your body is the vehicle that carries you through life, through everything you want to do. And if you get your body and your mind in shape, everything else falls into place a lot easier. Changing your beliefs requires that you take in new information that supports your beliefs, the beliefs that you want to have. And it takes regular repetition. Religious organizations all understand that fact. That's why they want you to attend services regularly and practice your faith, because they know that if you don't, you'll slide back into your old bad habits. There probably comes a point at some time where you're fully entrenched in the dogma, but it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes practice. Now you can read books, watch motivational videos, try all the latest diet fads, do the workouts that promise to completely change your body in 30 days. And if you get any results from any of that, it's not going to last unless you first change your mind. And what I mean is change your beliefs. Because if you don't do that, no matter what results you get from all of those things, you will go right back to where you started, because where you are is totally a function of what you believe about yourself. So here's some exercises you can do that are going to help you start changing your beliefs and changing your mind about who you are. So the first thing you need to do is choose an area of your life where you want to make a change. And I recommend fitness because your body is very much within your control, so it's a great place to start. Next thing you need to do is write down all of your current beliefs in that area, because writing it down adds more to the learning process than just thinking about it. Think it over and really write down everything you think you are when you think about this. For example, if it's about fitness, what do you believe about your body, your diet, how you sleep, how you feel when you move, how you look, how energetic you are, and anything else you can add. The more you put down, the more real it becomes. What you write down will be your current core beliefs. Those currently serve as your thermostat. If you change anything in your life just a little bit, those thermostat beliefs will adjust you right back to their set point. Next, decide which of these core beliefs you really want to change. Maybe you want to change all of them. Then write down why it's so important for you to change these beliefs. The bigger your reason, the more likely it is that you're going to succeed. Now write down a description of yourself that says everything about who and what you are after changing that belief. Be specific and add as much detail as possible. Think big. Now you have a document that you can review every morning when you wake up. And by doing that, you'll be putting something in your mind when your mind is the most ready to accept information first thing in the morning when you first wake up. Now, if you can make a commitment to reviewing that document every morning for the next 60 days, and in addition to that, take on one activity. For instance, if your goal to change is in fitness, maybe do a few push-ups, maybe do some yoga, maybe do some stretching before you leave your bedroom in the morning. You're going to go a long way towards changing your beliefs, because you're changing some of your patterns, your habits, and that goes a long ways to changing your beliefs about yourself and the world. So if you do these exercises for the next 60 days, you're going to find that you're beginning to become that better person that you want to become. Your mind's going to begin to shift, and just like the guitar player, you're going to start to believe you are that person. So I hope you got value from this video, and if you did, hit the like button, share it with someone, and I hope you enjoyed the beautiful backdrop of Coeur d'Alene Lake in gorgeous North Idaho. And once again, thanks for watching.